By collecting all of the different totem god pieces, you can give yourself powerful boons and buffs for your playthrough. But you can only choose one active any time, and there's a bunch of these pieces in each zone completing a set. Hey Ratbaggers, it's Jade Day, going over the Emerald Stairs totem god pieces you need to find to give yourself some really good buffs. Let's go. So just like my guide with the Wodica pieces, first thing you need to know is try and find the base part always first, because without this you won't be able to activate any of the pieces as you come across them. As soon as you've got the base part and you find some more of the smaller pieces, you can actually gain some of the buffs from them. I'm climbing a tower right now that's going to take us to the base part, and it's very close to the Demigod Queen fight that you'll have as part of the main story playthrough. So bear that in mind. I think by the time you get to the Shatterscorp area, you'll find the base a bit easier. Certainly I didn't find any other pieces for once. But in Dawnshaw, I didn't actually find the base part until I'd found all the other pieces, and there's 6 of them in a set. This is what you're looking for, and you, like I said, need to do a bit of parkour near this tower. I'm going to show you exactly where it is on the map now. So the shrine to Skaen, and of course that's the god's name. Maybe I should have started the video with that, but you get the idea. It's just north of the Demigod Glade. It's a really hot area. There's a ton of Demigons and lots of the mushroom bad boys. So yeah, I definitely wouldn't recommend coming here until you've leveled up quite a bit while exploring the Emerald Stairs, or just run in and grab the pieces that you need. Of course, if you need additional help, there is actually some clues that you can go ahead and buy via the fragments of the offering. It will be found at the Farmer's Market NPC, which you can find inside the town of Fjord. But I've got to say, the clues for these, I think some of them are really vague. You'd have to really know the area well. Next one, speaking of the Demigod Queen, is actually pretty near the arena that you'll encounter her. It's literally across the bridge from where you found the first piece at the Shrine to Skaen, just to the slightly southwest. So as you come out to the wider arena and area, if you head up the slope this way, you should notice a cave entrance or a little corridor. Pretty much under the boughs of trees and rocks, a couple more of the shrooms, as well as a maybe angry bear. Once they're taken care of, keep going until you see this tree root blocking the way above you. And obviously as you go past it, turn around and then you can climb up it. You follow a little ledge to the right, there's a purple little loot chest. Otherwise go left and do this jump here onto this balcony to pick up the prayer beads. So what's the bonus for this first piece that I'm actually showing you? Critical hits are going to deal high poison accumulation. And here again is the exact location, just to the very west of the glade. So this next one does require quite again a bit of a chunk of playthrough through the story. You need to head to the Naku Teduk grounds, or actually the temple itself. Once you've done a certain action without spoiling the story, you'll then be able to gain access to the Under Temple. And this is a pretty tough dungeon with 3 different sets of mobs. One of them a named boss and the other's just really hard. So definitely don't want to be running down here if you haven't got at least exceptional gear at some point. And unlike a lot of other dungeons, there's no real escape. Like, you can just clip out with the fast travel option on the map, but then you'll have to run through the dungeon again. I'm being a little bit vague. I have done a complete guide to this with spoilers and everything, so if you need more help on that, go and watch it. I will give a full guide and plus an additional spoiler section on how to get the trident, but also the Effigy necklace, which is the totem piece. What I can say is though, once you've taken out a group of mushroom enemies, you'll come to this room here, and it's actually easy to miss where the effigy is, because the other direction, if we go back, there's a small stairway leading up to another block door that you need to open with a shock attack. You'll be in a room with an altar and some other goodies, but a pool of water here that you need to get across using maybe an ice spell or some of the ice grenades. Jump up onto the platform, there'll be some more loot chests, and there'll be another altar with the necklace. As said, it's in the Naku Teduk area, which is all the way over to the southwest. The bonus is that when you take damage from an enemy, if you attack within 10 seconds, you're going to deal 20% of the original damage that you received. This actually stacks with the retribution ability that you can have, which does 50%. So you can be doing 70% damage back to an enemy anytime they hit you, as long as you hit them back straight away. So for high powered mobs, that's actually a huge amount that you could be dishing back. Just north of Fjord, you'll find an abandoned farms location, and you'll have to come here as part of some big event part of the story, or you can maybe try coming up here beforehand. At the back of some of the buildings on a wall, you'll find a dagger piercing this note, and it's the dagger that you're after. So again, surprisingly easy to actually miss that you might not realise you can pick it up. As said, to the north, past Fjord, just past the Rolling Crags area. Second Wind will give you Flurry of Blows, that's the ability you get. Flurry of Blows is really good for just giving plenty of melee damage. To the southwest of the map, and maybe northwest of Nakotetic grounds, you come to an ancient grotto. There's actually two entrances. Effectively, there's a bounty target here as well, a bear called Old Nono, so you can pick that bounty up from Fjord, and then you'll be able to find this place super easy too. It's a pretty challenging fight for sure. You can see it's exceptional level with 2 skulls, so I was definitely a bit underleveled. There will be a bunch of the Sporlings as well, so look out for them. And then if you hug the left hand side of this chamber, you will notice there is a small incline here. Go down the stairs, keep following it down, and you'll be in this area. I do believe the water will damage you if you set foot in it, so again, use an ice spell or make sure you're doing some good parkour jumping. In fact, that might be the only option. As you can see, the ice wasn't actually landing because the water was hot. Anywho, climb the little mantle, get on top of the ledge, and then flame through these bushes. There's a small amount of loot to the left, but otherwise turn right and follow the corridor down. You'll get to this small junction where you can go carrying forward or turn left. We're going to turn left, and then you can see there's a big gap up here. And next to it is a crawl space that you can duck under and then keep following all the way round. And then laying next to a skeleton is the next piece. Not to mention Ring of the Founder, which is a pretty good accessory I think for giving you less damage. The Idol of Secret Hatred. This will increase your damage against unaware enemies by 25%. Obviously we're in the cave, but I'm still going to show you location one more time. You can see it's just at the bottom of this gully, and that's actually where you can end up coming out of in the gorge. So if you head back the way you came, this time take the left hand route and drop down here. You can go exiting out this way, which is much quicker than going all the way through where you just came. But it's worth noting there's loads of other bits of loot, and if you dive into the pool water where you fought the bear, there's even more little bits of loot to find. As you can see, we're at the bottom of the gully, and again there's some small loot if you follow the river all the way to the blockage, and some more enemies to fight and face, as we're literally under the Nakotetic area. Next up we're heading to the Ranger Tower, which is all the way over to the east, or directly north from where you enter the Emerald Stairs. Can't really miss it, it's pretty tall, and you need to get to the very top of it. Run around to the sides, hop on top of the barrels, and then on top of this overhang, and there should be a ladder. There's a barred door, so instead we're going to jump across this ledge here, and then keep following it all the way up to the top. It's quite a large jump that you're going to have to do. Another ladder, and then you'll be able to go ahead and loot this chest. A nice bit of bonus Awakened Ardra and other stuff. And you should also find the Idol of Violent Rebellion. This one's a really good one. If you're underleveled, it will increase your damage against skull enemies. So for sure, coming across enemies that are maybe a bit too hard for you, then this is a great power to have. And so the last one is in the Grim Wetlands all the way over to the northwest. You'll see there's a bunch of different types of ruins and little alcoves and cliffs. It's right next to where you have to actually exit the Emerald Stairs and pretty much go to Skaen. What we're looking for is an abandoned set of houses that you can only gain access to by climbing on top of the roof. Pretty much close to the sunken village. Here you'll find the Idol of Covert Plans. This gives you a whopping 2 constitution plus 2 dexterity points. But you will know when you make your escape, going through the barred doors, you'll come across a whole slew of skeletons. Here's almost the exact location, just slightly north of the sunken village and slightly south of the infested camp. And there you go, that is all 6 locations of gold pieces plus the base. So more or less, these abilities are definitely good for more stealthy and maybe some melee class builds. Obviously up to you which you prefer, just remember though, you can only have one set of God Totem powers active at any time. And of course, look out for another guide showcasing all the Scoutscorp ones where you can find them in the future. Hope you enjoy this, leave a like if you did, and I'll see you RATBAGGERS later.